Let's don't throw mud in people's face, okay? That's not good for none of us. Let's don't throw mud in people's face, okay? We got enough slinging mud from candidate to candidate. We don't need to throw mud in nobody's face. There's enough talk going around about people's in neighborhood that's on TV. We keep throwing mud in people's face. You know, sometimes we get mud thrown back in our own face when we start slinging mud from place to place in people's face. Let's stop throwing mud in people's face. Well, you know, this race gonna wind up one way or another. Slinging mud in each other's face about each other's race, about each other's family, children, and some relative. Just because two people can't see the eye to eye in a race against each other. Well, I'm not going to talk about my neighbor. I'm not going to talk nothing about my neighbor. My neighbor just might talk about me. That way, I won't sling in the mud, and neither will my neighbor. We need to stop slinging mud in people's face about their race, their friends, their relatives, and each other. That's not the American way. When will we ever learn anything you earn, you don't have to discredit your brother or your fellow man or woman. You earn it because it's due to you. But when you start slinging mud, you just might get some slung back in your face again. They always say when you throw out something, somebody else throw it back at you. Mud slinging, I call this. We ought to quit slinging mud, throwing mud, whatever term we want to use in each other's face, about the different people's race, family, and members. That's not the American way. Well, I know I'm not going to do any, so I hope you don't either. Leon is on his way out for his walk. Notice the television candidates are throwing mud as they call it, at each other. I guess that's better than using the real language they're using. Trying to win a race by discrediting each other for what they're done or going to do in the future. We call it mud slinging. Whichever you want to call it, it's not the American way. Well, Leon gonna get on his walk. I guess I can walk and not watch TV so much, because it ain't nothing good. Look like to me, everything you hear is about somebody else ain't doing this, did that, and now one of them deserve a hat. When you start to talk about your relative, your friend, your brother and sister, the other people looking at you day and night and wondering who is right. Anyway, I'm going to find something else to watch the rest of this 3 months. It might even get worse. They might even talk about us who watching TV. You never know. Mudslinging, they call it. So long. I just thought I'd give my opinion, whether you hear it or not. Leon never did like mudslinging. We used to throw mud balls when we was a kid. We didn't mind hitting someone else, but we didn't want to get hit. So you can see, from a kid on up, throwing mud balls at each other wasn't fun, and it sure is not fun today. So long. Have a good one. I'm going to get on my walk. It's better than watching TV.